Pisces, what's going on? It's Robin here with Aries Fire Tarot. Guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today as I prepare to do your Wealth and Abundance Tarot card reading for April 2021. I just really want to reiterate, when I say wealth and abundance, this could focus on any area of your life, okay? Wealth relates to money, but abundance relates to everything else that you would like to receive in flowing quantities, okay? So that could be your love life, it could be your health, it could be your family, it could be anything. So that's why I say wealth and abundance, because it takes more than money to make a person happy. Although money is nice to have, all right? So I'm shuffling the Tarot of Dreams here for you guys. I'm going to use this deck to do your general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And as an added bonus feature, I'm going to pull a Romance Angel. That's way too many cards to keep, you guys. Romance Angel Oracle card at the end of the deck. So if the reading isn't resonating, you might just want to zip ahead and find out what that card is all about. It's not just about romance. So let me just do a deck cut here and we'll kick you guys off. So you've got the Page of Cups. And he looks very quizzical, but this is, this is definitely a water sign. When you see the cups, the element is water. So this is all about you guys, all about Pisces. Was there any sort of message that you received about wealth and abundance when you were a child, that can now be disregarded, can be put in the garbage, it just no longer serves you? I'm getting messages here from my team in spirit that, there could have been some sort of association and not an attractive one about money. Money's the root of all evil, which is just, come on already. People can be perfectly evil and broke. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because I feel like I could chirp on about that subject, but there is some sort of negative message, and you probably absorbed it as a child. And this could be in a school environment for some of you. They could have taught you and not done you a favor about money. And I feel like some of you saw something in a movie that changed you for the rest of your life. And not so much in a good way. So a childhood message that you can go back and imagine that situation and change the outcome for yourself and change the way that you feel about it. Paramahansa Nityananda, he talked about how you can go back and sort of change the script and change how you feel about things. And that's the most important thing. Like you could have been told by your family, no, we can't afford that. Or, you heard some sort of litany that money is just not good for you. And you really took that to be a fact. Well, it must be true because this is who said it to me. So you could go back to that point in time. The first thing you have to do is recognize when that happened and when that shaped your approach to money. And you can change the script. You can just think about it, because that's how your brain developed it over the years to where you are right now. And this could be just like a pivotal thing for you guys to do. And you don't have to take my word for stuff like this when I talk about it. I do a fair amount of research and I do listen to a lot of philosophy and ascended masters, and they talk about stuff like this. And this is really owning your past, okay? In order to release how it impacts your future. So if you could go back and it's not necessarily time travel, but it is changing the emotion that you associated in that moment so that the rest of your life runs a little bit more smoothly. And then we do have the wheel that followed up that Page of Cups. So it is possible for you guys to do this. There's something so powerful about your intention. Like if you could go back and empower that child to say, oh, I'm going to do my own research on that, but thanks so much. Or, you know, have them, have your inner child like agree to whatever the adult is saying, but have that skeptic, you know, just sort of apply a different outcome in that scenario so that you can be open to different avenues and different ways of thinking. And this is a beautiful release for anything that is troubling you in your lifetime. Like you can go back and change the script. It doesn't have to be just about money. It can be about any situation. And you can do that repeated times until you start to actually see the reverberations of the impact that you have made in your past. You can see it start to come into your present. You know, you can really go back and, you know, sort of negotiate the matrix on that. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. And this is not going to be like a butterfly effect, you know, that movie where everything gets messed up and people get blown up and their arms are missing. And, you know, this is going to just impact your perception of how money is involved with your life. Okay, so money is a tool here to serve you. So you could even use that and go back to that memory. And when somebody makes that really impactful statement about how some people deserve to live in poverty, you could just recite that to yourself in that moment that you visualize and say, money is a tool here to serve me. Okay, so you can really own that scenario for yourself. So this is a very powerful thing that you can do here and now. So I've got the Lovers card here for you. So this is very interesting too, because I've read and I believe that when somebody else helps you to manifest, your manifest doubles in size and speed of arrival. So if you have somebody that is this close to you, if you have a partner or a spouse, they could actually help guide you through this process. And this is something that many of you might want to use, like this technique that I'm telling you about. If somebody told you that you're not worthy of love, or you're unlovable, or you'll never find a partner that loves you. I know lots of kids like grew up with incredibly scarring verbal feedback from their environment. Or again, you could have watched a movie that was very impactful and you could have put yourself in the place of the character, because as a child, you know, you just don't have that discernment, right? And it really absorbs and impacts on your brain. So there's something very compelling here that there is somebody available to come into your life, or they're there already, and they can help you with this process, especially if you feel a little bit ridiculous doing it or a little bit unsafe doing it, okay? Because I know lots of people had not the greatest childhoods, okay? You know, and I really resonate with that for you guys because, you know, I had sort of the same type of a background. So I pulled the Judgment card here for you guys. And it's like there's two people in this circle. I feel like there is a very heavy judgment from someone in your past. They just really didn't make you feel very good about yourself, you know, possibly making you feel like you were a burden to them, like I wish you were never born, it's so expensive to feed you. Like there was just sort of a repeated litany of what was going on a financial basis. And it might not have been your immediate parents. It could have been somebody as a caretaker that didn't quite like children very much. And took every opportunity to make their thoughts known, even though it probably wasn't their right. So I do see quite a bit from your childhood that you guys need to break free from. And this is your perfect time to do that, especially with the Wheel card there. And again, you don't have to take my word on any of these processes or strategies that I bring to you. Please do your own research. And it's as simple as doing an intentional meditation and guiding yourself back to that time, or writing out a script and changing that script. If you can imagine the words that were said there and your emotional and intellectual reaction, and change it, put different words in there, and then read that over and over and over again. It'll change your timeline, you guys. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Okay, so let's have a card here. Okay, so pay attention to red flags, you guys, is the card that I pulled. So, and there's something, what was that book that I bought? 3 Magic Words, okay? And this talks about subliminal red flags planted in your brain as you grow up. Because if you watch very young children, their minds are just free, you know, and they see everything, and everything is a wonder to them. And they don't stop feeling that way. Or, wait a second. They stop feeling that way or thinking that way or dreaming that way when somebody plants red flags in them. So this is what I'm seeing in here, is that there's a necessity for you guys to remove these red flags, and you might not even be aware of them. It could be that script that somebody implanted ages ago, and your subconscious is going to keep repeating it because your subconscious was brought up on it. So you got to watch out for these red flags. And, you know, they are cautioning you, but it's not in a good way, because it has provided you limits. So it's time to really blow apart the limits of what your child, and now your inner child represents your childhood, you. Anyway, so just go flip the script, you guys, and you'll be amazed at the outcome. Any hoodly doodly, love and light, Pisces. Take care. Bye.